house in existence. Granted, it is in the mist, because I could not get a mansion in Kugane. But we're going to slide up on here and check out the front yard real quick. I do not have retainers in the front yard yet, but I do plan on glamoring them appropriately and putting them in the front yard. I have a little garden patch over here, striking dummy, Far Eastern lamps, a little well, chocobo stables, a bunch of cherry trees, and then we have the Oriental Bridge over here leading to the hot springs and the firefly thing, along with the little fountain. And that's the front yard. Pretty basic, lots of bamboo and cherry trees, so I feel like it fits the Far Eastern theme pretty well. But when we go inside, that's when we see all the weeb stuff. 100% of this house is decorated with all the Far Eastern stuff, inside and outside. I'll get to the part that's upstairs in a little bit. I don't want to kind of spoil it, but it's the centerpiece of the house. You come in the front door, you have the sliding glass doors, not glass doors, the sliding paper doors. 2 maidservants to greet you. Off to the right, we have a little split path area, which has 2 hot springs, one for the males and one for females. I have to zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see it all. But we do have a sunken hot spring tub, some zabuton cushions, makeup kit, a shelf, dress hanger, kimono hanger for the lady side. Go over to the guy's side. We changed the wallpaper up a little bit. We have the sky wallpaper. Color scheme follows it too, with the blue and white sunken tub, same thing. Guys only have the hat rack and the coat hanger, nothing fancy. You do have the privacy screens on each side, so you can't see through when the doors are opened. Then with every house, you have to have all your important stuff up here. You have to have your mender, your material melter, your junk monitor, your material supplier, little lounge area over here with Bahamut, and then there's a pet fox kind of just taking a nap under the chair over there. I probably shouldn't have ran through furniture, that's not very realistic. Minus 10 RP points. Downstairs, we got another maid to greet you, a little stage, maid cafe. Obviously, what else would you put in a weeb house? We got alternating tables here, some with bar stools, some with zabuton cushions. Some are actually look like they are used, and others are like nice and neat as if no one sat at them. Same thing with the alternating tables. Spin around to the back, you kind of have a little kitchen area back there. Bar area set up here with the nice little oriental hangers to make it look like a ramen bar almost. I would have did a sushi bar, but we could not add more than 1 fish tank, so we went with that look. I ran out of room, so there's not a lot of decorating in the kitchen, because this house is 400 of 400, so there's only a few things in the kitchen. Then we slide back to the back, which is the master's room, or the bedroom. We have that new shelf from the Little Ladies Day event. On the side here we have a toilet, don't judge. And then we have a shower, which apparently is running 24/7 because I don't care about hot water. We got the Oriental bookcase, or the Hingen bookcase, I guess you would call it. Little desk, little shelf with some dolls and miscellaneous stuff on it. And then we got 2 futon beds set up. And then we will run back upstairs really quick. Okay, now when we go upstairs, we have the centerpiece of the house, which is kind of hard to get a good angle on. Let's do first person view. That is a god tier fish tank, is what we're going to refer to it as. We basically have a bunch of partitions. Best way to explain it is the fish tank is sitting on top of a shipping crate, along with the Oni statue, or suit of armor I think it's called, and then on the back you have a display stand holding the Bahamut statue to make it look like an Oni. And then you have the two half partitions in front to frame the fish tank, and then two more in front of that, staggered out a little bit to create the front shelf, which has the lighting on it, and then the samurai swords. And then above it, we have the altar. If I can get a good view on it. We have the Oriental altar. Okay, we're going to take that off. I was holding down X so I could get rid of my name. But we have the Oriental altar, along with a few bonsai trees, and then we have some ashtrays stuffed under the incense burner to make a bigger smoke effect. And then on the altar we have an elixir bottle, some rice cakes, and a Higgen scroll with some brushes. When you go upstairs a little bit further, actually let's get another view of that from afar. That is the god tier fish tank. We also have the paper partition in the back to give the back a little bit of another layer of depth. And then when you go upstairs, the whole upstairs, we'll do this in first person, is pretty much a museum. It's got a few bookshelves and it's got a bunch of pictures. All of them are from Kugane. Let's go ahead and give that a walk around real quick. Every picture in here is some of the hand-picked Kugane ones. I didn't do them all, I just did what I felt like I needed. I probably went a little overboard with the pictures. And I try to make the sepia ones on the pastels here. And we got...
Hey, does your phone work? Aaron's like, good.
Sorry about that, my roommate just walked in, and then we have more Higgen pictures. And then we have a little library over here with more pastel paintings. We have the Kosatsu tables in the library with a few desks. And then we have the table and desktop here. Setting table with a few scrolls and brushes. We have the centerpiece, which is the underwater temple. Grade 3 picture frame. Another Kosatsu table. And then we go to the other side of the upstairs. Walk in here, you have a little merchant shelf. Now this screen is actually not normally double-sided, but we made it double-sided by inverting them and putting them back to back. And then you have the war room, where the Emperor sits. Which is basically Oriental style, as best as I could. Emperor's seat's a little elevated, different colored cushion. And we have the bamboo lighting, which took a lot of time to get a decent shadow effect, with the scrolls hanging over top. Again, that's our Oriental war room there, which I think turned out pretty well. And this is kind of an inside joke with a friend, that the Emperor, who basically never deals with commoners and lives back here, is basically an otaku. The Emperor is an otaku. He lives back here. He eats sushi. He collects action figures and posters and watches anime and whatnot. But anyways, that's what I'm considering the Weebiest house ever.